Hey guys, NW Order for Life here with a Akame Ga Kill episode 22 review. This is a late review because Thanksgiving week and I'm kind of sick, so I'm going to try to get this out of the way as quickly as possible. The opening part is with Night Raid in their headquarters, and everybody is kind of grieving over Susanoo. The agenda tries to make it like it's not that big of a deal. You know, he was an Imperial arm, he fulfilled his duty, but then she closes the door and kind of like, wallows in misery over it. And then we have Wave, and he's basically trying to stop like a crowd protest or whatever outside the capital of the citizens, and they start throwing rocks at him, and he's like, damn it, I don't understand, why are the people against us? And we see that Run reveals that he was always for the revolution, but he decided that he was going to change it from within, change the capital from within, and so he joined the Jaegers so that he could get the power to change it from within. And that's the most story we're going to get out of him. In the manga, he's dead, so this is what they're doing with him in the filler. So that's that. And then we get Kurome. Run talks about how he knows Kurome is dying, and Kurome is like, she wishes for one last thing. And we see Esdeath's in the battlefield. She's killing lots of revolutionary soldiers, and also there's a guy with an Imperial arm who is the same. It's the same Imperial arm that one of Esdeath's followers had a while ago that Night Raid beat and took. It's like the double axes or whatever. So he gets beaten. He killed instantly, like ice slice, like right down the middle, like a whole iceberg, and he just splits in half. And she's killing all those soldiers, but regardless, the entire capital is surrounded by revolutionary soldiers. Even Esdeath can't kill them fast enough, and the emperor or the emperor's servants, vassals, they're panicking. They don't know what to do. The emperor is kind of freaked out that all his people are rebelling against him, and he thinks the kingdom's going to be destroyed. And then the evil minister walks in and tells the emperor that he's got to get even crueler. He's got to use the most powerful, he's got to show the citizens and the army, that the kingdom, that the emperor is not to be taken lightly, and that power solves everything. And so that's what he's going to do. He's going to go down the wrong path again because this fat piece of crap is manipulating him. And then we get Kurome killing one of the revolutionaries or spies or something and hanging it in the square, and Akame sees there's a code on it. The code says to meet Kurome in a church. Tatsumi tries to go with her. She won't let him go with her. And they meet in the church, and we find out this church is the place where, after Kurome and Akame graduated from their training, they joined together as a team, did missions, and like they first reunited in that church. So they're kind of like, we see a whole flashback of it. Everybody, the two sisters happy and hugging the church, whatever. And then Kurome says that Akame just one day ran away. She killed people and she left and didn't go for Kurome, or didn't even explain anything to Kurome, so she was completely pissed off. She makes an argument that that Akame abandoned the people that died for them, their teammates that died. And Akame says if they knew that the capital was as evil as I know, then they would understand me switching sides. So the sisters can't really agree on anything. They have this death fight. Kurome is coughing up blood, and she uses the puppets Doyle and Natal. The puppets aren't moving as good. Akame is handling them pretty well, and then this giant danger beast comes up out of nowhere. Seems like a plot device, and the giant danger beast tries to destroy them, and they have to work together, and they do. And then Akame cuts it right down the middle. Kurome mentions how they were always the best team, and they start fighting again. And then Akame is about to kill Kurome, or deliver a fatal strike, when Wave jumps in with his Imperial arms and blocks the attack. And so then Wave says he'll fight Akame, and then Tatsumi appears and intercepts him. And Tatsumi is shouting at Wave that they have to solve this on their own. He doesn't want them to fight either, but they have to do it. And that's all there is to it. And they both sit there and watch. Kurome says she's thankful that Wave, is so, has such a good relationship with her, or something, or like something nonetheless. She wishes that they had a better relationship or something, or, I guess in a different situation. I don't know. I kind of interpret it to be like a kind of like a romance thing, like that she wishes that their relationship was as close, when they weren't like fighting on a team, but when just being friends or being romance, whatever. And the sisters make their final peace. Akame says she's Kurome's her little sister, and Kurome says she loves Akame. They go for one final slash, or final exchange of slashes, and Akame wins and impales her. And the impaling pretty much kills her in one shot. Wave is like, what are we fighting for? And Akame tells him, if you don't know what you're fighting for, you have no business wielding a weapon. And Wave goes away. And then Akame cries in Tatsumi's arms because he vows they won't ever lose anyone important to them again. And that's pretty much it. And then now at the very end, the Emperor is looking over this giant mech, and it's an Imperial arm, and it's his duty, according to the Prime Minister, to get into that Imperial arm like a giant mech Gundam thing, and defend the kingdom or destroy the enemies and all that crap. So that's the episode, very quickly. And I thought that the Kurome and Akame fight was emotional. I hated the stupid monster, appearing in the middle of it. It just felt like completely random. If they would have explained, like, that there was a monster on the loose or something, and whatever, and at least give it more of a reason why it just would pop up like that. But otherwise, I felt it was just too random, and I didn't like it at all. And Wave, seems like they took him out of the equation by making him doubt himself, so he's not going to be fighting anymore. In the manga, he has some pretty awesome fights. In this filler, he hasn't. So that's disappointing. And Run was retconned into just being like, a pacifist guy who, in the manga, he's like looking to get his hands dirty, do whatever it takes to change the empire from within or whatever. But in this, he's more like, oh, I just want to get power so I can somehow make a change. And, if you read the manga, you'll understand much more Run's character, how darker it is. And, ultimately he's a good person, but like he's chose to join the dark side so that he could defeat darkness with darkness, kind of like mentality. And, yeah, and so what else? What could I say? Night Raid was annoying with Susanoo because, like, why were they all upset over Susanoo? Lubbock was dead. I realized that they talked about Lubbock episode or so ago, but they briefly mentioned him, and like, with his goggles or whatever, and it's just like, come on, Agenda, Lubbock is dead. You should care about Lubbock. It makes no sense to care that much about Susanoo. So, I mean, I thought it was kind of stupid in that sense. But overall, the episode, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10 because it was emotional with Akame and Kurome, and there was good sword fighting, and yeah. And the plot is advancing, and Esdeath is kind of just like doing nothing in the middle of nowhere. He's killing random fodder. I mean, a lot of them, but apparently it doesn't matter because the castle's being surrounded. And I'm not happy about this. The king in a mech trying to whatever. So I'm assuming the king's going to die next episode, and Esdeath will probably come back to the capital and have some kind of fight with Tatsumi or something. So that's it. Episode 7 out of 10. Give me your thoughts on it below. Please like the video if you like it, and subscribe for more videos in the future. I will definitely try to make the Akame ga Kill episode 23 much faster. Like I said, Thanksgiving week screwed me up. I still have to do an episode review for the new Parasite. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Have a nice night.